Let's talk about numbers now. With the daily number of cases going and crossing about 45,000 for the first time in almost 4.5 months, the second wave is now clearly turning out to be much steeper than the first one. But look at this graph over here. It's a 7-day average for you. You look at the peak here this time in September, how this went up. And now from here you see the peak again rising this time around. Let's look at the next graphic to actually talk about that peak for you. Now, the biggest ever jump in weekly active cases, that is what we are witnessing at this point. Now, you see this peak where around May to June we peaked up, then we got back again. Then in September we saw the highest ever numbers. And then we saw a massive decline as well. But now, this entire peak that you see over here right now, 57%. Now, this jump is said to be something that we haven't witnessed so far, and that's the reason for real worry. This is the jump highest ever it has really been in the country. Let's look at the next graphic to give you also a picture of where is the India story on COVID really moving, and we keep coming back to this R factor. The R factor, remember, which is the reproductive factor, which means this is the rate at which the virus is spreading to other people. Well, that factor, if you see, India is now leading the world on that. You look at this line, the pink line over here that starts in here. India at the moment much above 1% at this point. It's left behind USA, Russia, Brazil and even France. So, well, that is, of course, a reason to worry. But while we talk about the R factor, which explains to you the number of cases increasing, what about the deaths? Well, in Mumbai at this point, the biggest spike in cases is being seen, and for reasons no one can really put a finger on, deaths are also on the high and on the rise. Now, complaints of bed scarcity are again coming up. In fact, some of the districts in Maharashtra are seeing a similar COVID situation as of last year. The number of COVID deaths in Maharashtra in the past 24 hours has also shown a jump of 127%. Bid district has been completely under lockdown. Here's a report telling you more.
9 of India's top 10 districts with most active COVID cases are in Maharashtra, and the state's health infrastructure is once again struggling to cope. Relatives of COVID patients outside this government hospital in Maharashtra's Nashik, a district that has seen a massive rise in COVID cases in the last 2 weeks, say it has been a struggle to get beds at COVID wards.
नासिक शहर में किधर बेड नहीं मिल रहा है. नासिक शहर के जिला रुग्णालय में यहाँ पे अतिशय भयानक परिस्थिति है. यहाँ का एक पण बेड रिकामा नहीं है. आज हमने हमारे रिलेटिव को यहाँ लेके आए थे. यहाँ बेड की उपलब्धता नहीं है और जल्दी से जल्दी शासन ने इस पे ध्यान देना चाहिए और बेड उपलब्ध करना चाहिए.
A rerun too of viral videos like these shot recently inside COVID wards at hospitals in Nashik and Aurangabad.
मला खूप शुगर आहे, माझ्या छातीत खूप दुखतंय, मला ॲडमिट करून घ्या. तर ते लोक मला म्हणे एकही बेड खाली नाहीये, तुम्ही होम क्वारंटाईन व्हा आणि घरातच हे करा. तर मी म्हटलं माझं घर खूप छोटं आहे, माझे लहान लहान लेकरं आहे, मी घरात कशी क्वारंटाईन होऊ, मला तुम्ही इथे ॲडमिट करून घ्या. तर ते मला म्हटले एकही बेड खाली नाहीये. तर मी त्यांना इतके हातपाय जोडले, इतकं म्हणजे खूप रिक्वेस्ट केली, विनंती केली की मला ॲडमिट करून घ्या. तुम्हीच बघा तुमच्या स्वतःच्या डोळ्यांनी बघा बघा हे कसं खाली आहे, सगळे कॉट खाली आहे. हे भ्रष्ट डॉक्टर आणि भ्रष्ट सरकार.
Maharashtra reported 132 deaths in a 24-hour period between Monday and Tuesday, the highest number of daily deaths since the 20th of November last year. More than 3,000 new cases have been reported daily in Mumbai for 3 consecutive days, although deaths have remained 10 or less.
शहरामध्ये वाढत्या रुग्णसंख्येला वैद्यकीय सुविधा मिळण्यासाठी आपण तयारी सुरू केलेली आहे. त्यामध्ये मेरीचं CCC सेंटर सुरू करायचं, ठक्करडोबचं सुरू करायचं.
The latest lockdown in Maharashtra is in the district of Bid that will be totally shut between the 26th of March and the 4th of April. The state's battle with COVID is far from any resolution. With Pooja Bharadwaj in Mumbai, Anusya Mathur for NDTV.